Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to my closet. I'm Carrie Lachelle, and today we are talking about closet confusion. Yes, that's right. Sometimes you walk into your closet and it just feels super overwhelming or kind of junky because you have stuff all unorganized or things thrown over the rack. Maybe you have piles outside of your closet. All of these things make the closet feel very confusing and overwhelming, and it's just easier to shut the door. I'm Carrie Lachelle with Such Savvy Style, and I'm here today to help you figure out how to organize your closet. I'm an image and style expert, and I've been doing this business for 12 years, and I help women, everyday women, just like you. So let's get started. So I post videos weekly on Thursday, and I would love to have you subscribe and join my community. So go ahead and hit that little red subscribe button down below. Click the bell to be notified every week when I send out the video, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. So let's get started. There are 4 mistakes to avoiding closet confusion. Number 1 is buying things on sale. Yes, I said it. You do not need a closet full of mistakes or things that don't fit you or are the wrong color for you just because it was a good deal. Because sometimes we look at the price tag and it's like, oh, it's like $10. $10 almost feels like free. Okay, that doesn't mean that it needs to live in your closet just because it feels like it's free. And in fact, that $10 could be used towards something that works for you better, and you're gonna get a lot more cost per wear out of that item. So if it's on sale and it feels like it's something that is not gonna be a good fit for you in terms of color, style, fit, all of those things, just pass on it. The second thing that I would avoid is any kind of bulky hangers, right? Any of the hangers that are these wire hangers that have the pointy edges that can do damage on our sweaters, these plastic hangers that actually are very bulky because they're not thin. The clothes slide off of them. So I would avoid these. I would also avoid dry cleaner bags, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes here. But dry cleaner bags can actually do damage to your clothes because they have a chemical in them. And I've had clients who actually have had clothes turn yellow or get stains on them because of the chemicals in the dry cleaner bag. The third thing to avoid is what I call one-hit wonders. One-hit wonders are items that you buy and they go with nothing else in your entire closet. Okay, we probably all have that one thing. We saw it, we thought it was cute, we bought it, we got it home, and we're like, I have nothing to wear with this. I think it's okay if it's like a very special item for an event that you're gonna go to and it's different enough that it kind of has a statement on its own. But if you're just buying it for everyday wear and it's not gonna go with anything else in your closet, I would recommend not buying an item like that. And the very last thing is we don't wanna keep things in our closet that do not fit us or are flattering to our shape. So oftentimes we as women have, multiple sizes in our closet, and we hang on to those pieces in hopes that we're going to lose weight, or maybe we're afraid that we're gonna regain weight. And again, it's just taking away valuable closet space. So I highly recommend to take those items that no longer fit you or that are not flattering and either retire them, or if you are very concerned about it, folding them up and putting them into another basket or box in another closet, or hanging them in another closet. So in order to help you, I've come up with a formula that will help you sort the closet. And actually it's called SORT. So S is for sections. I want you to do one section at a time. One. Not the whole closet on a Saturday afternoon, but I want you to take like 10 pieces out and go through each section by section, spreading it out as long as you need so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. The O stands for organize the closet as the next step. R means we're going to retire some items. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to give them to another group or organization that could really use those items. And it also could stand for recycle or refuse, which is to kind of throw away items as well. And the T is for take away. We do not need 6 bags or boxes of clothes that we're living in our closet, now living in our garage, right? So the final step is T, to take those items away. So let's get started with step 1. So the first part is sorting. And in order to do that, we want to ask ourselves a few questions as we pull these items out of our closet one section at a time. So we want to look and say to ourselves, does this item fit me? Is it a good color for me? Does it speak to the personal brand that I'm trying to show up in this world as? And the fourth thing is, do I love it? Because if it's just something that you're hanging on to that you don't, when you put it on that you don't feel like you love, there's really not a reason to be keeping that item in our closet, right? So the next part of sorting actually involves really looking at the item to see if it's in good condition, even if it's worth keeping, right? And so we want to look to see, are there any snags? Are there any stains? Like, are there yellow stains under the t-shirts, in the armpit holes? Are there little food stains that maybe we've missed? And are those stains things that can be removed, or are they just really stained? And then the last thing that we want to look at are all of our sweaters. Do they have pilling on them? Pilling is when you get the little balls that ball up on sweaters. And so, you either need to dedicate time to shaving that sweater to make sure that the pilling goes away, or you need to go ahead and retire or get rid of that sweater, because wearing a sweater that has pilling does just kind of show that it's worn and it's tired. So while we're sorting, we are going to create 4 piles. The first pile is going to be a laundry pile. The second pile is going to be a alterations pile. The third pile is going to be a pile for donations and things that we are going to retire, as I like to say. And the fourth pile is going to be for trash, things that just can't be saved or passed on to someone else. So now we're ready to organize the closet. Yay! So like I mentioned to you before, I would highly recommend getting rid of the plastic hangers and the wire hangers and moving towards this velvet hanger. You can get a box of these at Costco for like $35 for $7.99. Sometimes they have them for $50 for $9.99. But moving to this velvet hanger, they're really thin and streamlined, which is great. And so they stack really nicely and well together. And it's also great because clothes don't slide off them. The velvet kind of keeps the clothing in place, and they don't do damage to your clothes because they're more of a rounded edge. So I highly recommend changing to velvet hangers. And also, like I mentioned before, getting rid of those dry cleaner bags. Not only do they have chemicals, but they also make your closet look really messy. So you can switch out the plastic covers from the dry cleaner and get the covers that they actually sell at the Container Store. Target probably has them as well. And you just want to drape them over the top, and they're a healthier product for your clothes. And so that's what I would recommend in terms of swapping those out. So the next part of organizing the closet is figuring out what should live in the closet and what should live in drawers, right? So I recommend keeping things in drawers like socks and underwear, sweatshirts and yoga pants and workout pants, all of our t-shirts, things like that. So I recommend folding them just like this, upright, so you can actually see them, as opposed to stacking them, which is really a lot harder to, see what you have in your drawers. I also recommend that we fold our jeans. But if you have open shelving like I have in my closet, you can see that the jeans fold really nicely, and it's very easy for me to kind of see what jeans I have and just grab a pair. But I would also like to give a little warning here, because when we're sorting through things, it's really easy to find something that we love and have a conversation with ourselves like, I really love this. I think maybe I'll just keep it as a house clothes item, right? We think that we're gonna just put it in our sweat drawer and wear it around the house. But you have your things that you love to wear around the house as sweats. So keeping a sweater that you used to wear to work that brings you some fun memories is not a good thing to keep in the house clothes drawer or category. So just, if it really has that much meaning to you, fold it up, put it in a memento box, but get it out of your everyday wear rotation. So we're on to the final step of organizing the closet, which is actually organizing. And this is the area where most people struggle the most. So there are 3 ways that you can organize the closet. You can organize it by color, by category, which would be like pants, shirts, skirts, things like that. Or you can put it in order in both ways. So I like to have mine by color, and then inside that color, I like to have it by category. So I do color, as you can see here, like all of my red things together, and then I have my tank tops, and I have my short sleeves, and then I have my sweaters or long sleeves, and then I have my cardigans, and then I have my jackets. Other people like to do it in categories, for example, like all of their sweaters together, all of their pants together. And so then they would organize it maybe by color within all of the sweaters. So it would be like all the black sweaters, all the purple sweaters, all the green sweaters, things like that. So there's a lot of different ways to organize it. This is how I have mine organized. As you can see, I do keep my pants all together, and I keep my skirts all together, and I try and organize them if I can by color. But trying to just figure out what's going to work for you is going to be the best thing to do, because if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't matter how it's organized. They have these little great circular plaques that you can get at Container Store where you can put closet dividers in between your clothes, if that would help for you. And I can link that in the link below. Another trick for clothing that you haven't worn in a while and you're just wondering if it's worth it to keep or not is to actually hang the hanger backwards. So like this top, for example, I'm gonna just hang it in the closet backwards, and that way when I come across it another couple months from now and it's still hanging backwards, if I still don't want to wear it or I still haven't worn it, it's probably a pretty good indication that it's time to let it go and live with someone else who will give it a little bit more love than you're giving it. So the final 2 steps of our SORT formula are to retire items and take them away. There are so many good nonprofits out there that would love your donations, especially in this time with all of these things with the coronavirus going on. There are going to be a lot of people who could really use those pre-loved clothes and are going to really need them. So take them away, retire them to a good organization, and let someone else give them a little bit of love. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with all your girlfriends, subscribe to my community by hitting the little red button down below, and comment with any questions that you have. I really would love to help you, answer any questions that you have in terms of organizing your closet. And head on over to my website, suchsavvystyle.com, where you can find all the latest tips and tricks on style and download a free outfit guide. And I would love to see you guys there and be part of my community. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon and see you next week. Bye.